Anyway, let's see, how much time does the Pi have? 23 minutes. All right, so I guess we could do some drawing. I'll just try and position the camera. Okay, I have no plan at all on what I'm gonna draw. So I'm gonna just, I don't know, this might just be an improvised thing. I did plan, like, if I did another, stream with my giant drawing pad, that I'd draw some of my other characters, like James the Red Panda. But I wanted to, like, take a photo reference and, make it a different stream from my first art stream, because for the one I did on Tuesday, there was, like, no references. That was all just out of my head, but I wanted to show the difference of what happens when I do use a reference. But I'll try and improvise something here. Maybe draw something Pi Day related. 3/14/25. Maybe Domino with a flaming pie or something. And Paul McCartney is looking on in disappointment, going, "Bloody hell, you did it wrong." All right, so I don't know if I'll have Domino looking up or down. I'll have him looking up like he's surprised. Eyes in surprise. Because this is a pie that's gone wrong. His shoulders. And I kind of drew Domino a bit too close to the edge, but oh well. Right, just to show what I've done so far. Ah, shoot. Camera. The shadow of the camera is in the way, but okay. There. It should be. Whoops. Just wondering, should I I'll have to put it here. I was wondering, what if I had the camera in front of me, but no. I just have to keep it there. Yeah. So there's a rough sketch of Domino, like he's going ah, 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 ah. Yeah, trying to hold a pie can thing that's a little too hot. And let me bring up a picture of Paul McCartney. Like, should I draw him as like Grandpa Paul, or like Beatle Paul, or like 70s or 80s Paul, or maybe 90s Paul, since Flaming Pie came out in the 90s. I'll just be like, whatever picture of him comes up, I'll draw that. Okay, that looks like a picture from when he did McCartney 3. I guess I'll just draw that. I'll have Paul to the side, looking very disappointed at Domino. Like, you mucked it up. Paul looking very disappointed. What if I tried to draw a cartoon Paul from the Beatles 60s cartoon, but I just aged him up? That would look kind of weird. Or if I drew Paul from the Yellow Submarine cartoon. I mean, they already have the When I'm 64 segment where they grow, long white beards and everything. So what am I saying? Well, I could just reference my own shirt, because that's on camera right now. I'll just draw old man Paul. And I don't know, maybe he's face palming or something. Going like, oh. Yeah, Paul may be an animal lover, because, he supports PETA and everything, but, a clumsy guinea pig like Domino disappoints him. Okay, I'm just gonna rough out his hair. I did have an idea of another drawing idea I had for Paul McCartney. I remember a couple years ago there was this strange article about, I think it was in the Daily Telegraph or something, that Paul McCartney does eye yoga to keep his eyes healthy or something. And I tried to imagine what would eye yoga look like, and I thought of drawing my characters like Peter the Cat or something, pulling his eyeballs out like Ren and Stimpy style and twisting them around, trying to do eye yoga. And Paul looks at it and he's like, bloody furries. I don't know how to imagine eye yoga, how that would work. Oops. It looks like a sideburn I'm drawing. Paul's ears are hidden behind his sideburns. His old man sideburns, so I guess I won't have to worry too much. Just draw the little tip of the earlobe, and that's it. In case you're wondering, this is the picture I'm using. It's probably, this drawing will, I'm not sure if I'll go with realistic or more cartoony or something in between. Probably something in between. I'm just trying to... I mean, this is just a normal photo I'm looking at, but I'm trying to think, how am I going to change this? Will I make Paul look pissed off or something at Domino? Or disappointed? Or maybe he's secretly finds it funny or something? Okay, well, I'll just... I don't know. It's probably not going to be that good a drawing of Paul McCartney, to be honest. Like, you know, how do I balance, like, you know, making Paul look good, but also, you know, making him look like a grandpa or something? Like, I still want him to look kind of dignified. How many of you watched Paul McCartney's performance on SNL? That was like a while ago, and I remember before I watched it, I saw several people complaining that, I don't know, Paul's voice, you know, being at 80, he's 82 going on to 83, I think. Like, he couldn't carry some notes, and I watched it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still, it's like, yeah, I know, his voice isn't what it was in the 60s, but oh well. Clearly enjoys what he's doing. All right. Okay, I think I gave him like too much of a cat mouth. Whoa, I was about to give him too wide a mouth. I'll have him look like he's gritting his teeth very lightly, like he's annoyed at what Domino is doing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they just want to see Paul when they want to hear him. Yeah, I remember seeing a tweet that was something like, you know, people don't go to Paul McCartney concerts expecting him to, you know, have him sound like how he did in the 60s. They go to a Paul McCartney concert to see Paul McCartney. I might have given him too big of a neck. I don't know. Maybe I'll exaggerate his mouth a bit to make him look more frustrated at Domino. Like, I don't know if I want to do angry Paul McCartney. Like, I know, just gritting his teeth in frustration. I don't know if I want to make him look like he's mortally offended by Domino or something. There is only one time I can think of when Paul looked really angry, but it wasn't for real anyway. It was when he was answering like a bunch of Google questions or something on YouTube. And there was one question, we don't see what it is. He like peels something off, he reads it, and he goes, "How dare you ask me that?" And then he pretends to get angry and like tears up the question and throws it away. And you can hear the cameraman like laughing. That's the like one time I can think where Paul looked really pissed off. But that was just pretend anger anyway. But it still was kind of funny. On his eyes just to make it look more like he's looking. Maybe. Yeah, just the subtle wrinkles, make it clear this is an older Paul McCartney, not like him from the 60s or anything. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how Donna's body will look. I might refine the sketch more later, when using some actual proper references rather than just drawing off the top of my head. Maybe it's the top of the pie looks a little charred. It's a flaming pie. I'm not being too detailed with the fire, just I bring you fire. Do, 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 do. Okay, those. I wonder if I'll finish this right before the pie is ready. Looking at it, it's pretty brown. I'm a little concerned maybe I burned it, but we'll see. Oh, 1.5 more minutes. Yeah, this cooking stream / baking stream just became an impromptu drawing stream. There's Domino's toes. One-minute warning. Just redo his belly button. Oh. All right. Well, okay, there's my rough doodle of Domino and Paul McCartney. I don't know if I won't know how this will look in when I like upload the video, so I don't know if chat is gonna get in the way. But I'll just close up. There's Paul. There's Domino with the flaming pie. So anyway, the pie is all done, so let's take it out.